much for getting us all those important details. And we are still digesting the changes in the finance bill as is on the passage. And right now, the big news that we are seeing is that at least by 23 to 25%, the Securities Transaction Tax has been increased by the government on futures and options trading. That's a big amount by which it has been increased, and it is going to directly impact the high-frequency traders. Mangla Malu is right here to put all that into perspective. Mangla.
Well, that's correct. From 0.0017%, the STT or Securities Transaction Tax on options trading has been increased to 0.0021%. What does that mean? On a turnover of 1 crore rupees, the STT that you will have to pay per trade, which is the tax that you pay before getting into any trade, the Securities Transaction Tax will increase from 1,700 rupees to 2,100 rupees. This is on options, and on futures this has increased from 1,000 rupees per crore to about 1,250 rupees per crore. So that is a 25% jump in futures and 23.5% jump in options. And this perhaps could have been on account of the fact that, increasingly the volumes in index options and index futures has only increased over the last couple of trading years, so to say. In fact, I'm just looking at some stats yesterday, and yesterday was weekly options expiry, and in the index options, a total turnover was close to around 421 lakh crores. That's 4.21 crores in index options. Overall, yesterday's F&O turnover was close to 425 lakh crores. So we have seen a big increase in options trading, not just weekly options because of Thursday. There is Nifty and Nifty Bank weekly options expiry. On Tuesdays, we have the Fin Nifty expiry as well, and monthly expiry too, as a result of which we have seen a fair amount of options action in the F&O space. But importantly, this could also be a negative for a lot of these discount brokers. So I would like to see, the impact that it takes there is on, say, something like an ICICI Securities, 5paisa.com, because a large part of the brokerage volume has been generated by options trading and futures trading. So do they stand to lose some business or not is the big question.
All right. So the impact of this increase in the Securities Transaction Tax, Siddarth Bhamre, the research head at Religare Broking, joins us to put some thoughts into this and how is it going to really impact. Siddarth, by all means, 23 and 25% hike in STT for the options and futures contracts. It's a big increase.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon. So certainly if you just look at the tax point of view, then the increase is substantial, around 23 to 25%, as you are mentioning. This would increase cost of trading for a trader. But then if you look at the overall how F&O market has panned out over a period of time, how volumes have substantially increased, despite, exchange measures and regulators measures that you increase the lot size and hence you would restrict retail participant, but retail participation has only increased. So I believe the cost has gone up. This would impact marginally from short-term perspective on volumes, but overall I don't see, because of this reason, you will see significant dip in volumes.
Right. So that, just wanted to understand your thoughts on the actual impact of this. Would you have any sense on the volumes that take place for ultra short term, say HFTs or high frequency traders, because those are the guys who play for very little return, and for them this increase would be extremely substantial and this would impact their return expectations as well. So what proportion of the total options trading or futures trading would be via HFTs, or would they be extremely out of the money options that they're selling which are for very little premium to benefit from this, and they get impacted by this increase? Would you know how much would be the overall proportion of that?
So if you look at, Mangalam, what is the high frequency trades now? The exchange gives the bifurcation, and the trades which are happening through algos, they are substantial. But algo can be a strategy also. Algo can be, as you mentioned, a very thin margin trades as well. So yes, there will be an impact on those kind of traders. Their margin might get squeezed. But then if IVs, you need to connect this with market dynamics as well. So these traders may not be getting highly impacted, or their margin may not get very squeezed if volatility is high and IVs are high. But in a low IV market, you would see that volumes might dry up, because anyway the premiums would be low. And if my margin also gets reduced, then the impact would be there. But in nutshell, I would want to say that the actual trading impact may not be very high, and even if it's there, it would be from short-term perspective. Retail will find their way to trade.
All right. Basically, 400 rupee increase on a crore on STT and 1,500 rupees on a crore of traded value on futures. That is the overall impact. Siddarth, stay with us. Rajesh Baheti of Crossseas Capital is also with us. At one point in time, in the futures and options market, they used to be. Okay, I think we lost the line just in queue. We'll dial Rajesh back quickly. But this is, it almost feels like the day of the budget, right, guys? When
there's so many changes. We are again redigesting the impact.
You're finding out completely new things which were not there at all in the budget. And these are not, in a way, you can call them amendments because they are in that amendment document, but these are completely new proposals.
Yes.